Good evening. Bingo. There you go. Susana Silva, our next guest. Sorry we're rushing through him tonight. I tell you what, we've been behind tonight. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. It's so I don't know where Susana is. Sus- what's that song called? Susana, Susana, do. We've been there. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm waiting for Susana, and if anybody wants to chat in the meantime, pop over and say hello. So there you go, guys. Um, so we're just waiting, and anyway, also I'm giving anybody an opportunity if they do want to come on live with me right now, they can. Um, that'd be an experience. So he wants to come on live, let me know, and yeah, you'd be more than welcome. La, 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 la. We are David Black. Hello, David Black. Hello. How are you? We are just waiting for Susana Silva. I don't know where she is, but in the meantime, I will sing a song. I do, yes. Do you know Craig and Debbie of Yes Murray? Yeah, I do. Yes. I'll tell you what, David, I will give this lady 2 minutes, well, 5 minutes. Then, if not, I will get you on with me. How about that? Living the dream, that's what you gotta do, yes, you gotta do. I do know Gary, yes, I do know them. I I do know Craig and Debbie, yes. They do their own thing and I do my own thing. We're very good friends. We don't fall out. I don't fall out with anybody. Just living the dream. Like what Debbie and Craig are doing. But just living the dream, baby. You know what I mean? I'm just waiting for my guest. In the meantime, I'm going to sing you a song. And it goes like this. Who wants to hear a song? Right, okay, I'm going to sing you a song, baby. Until Susana Silva comes on. She's probably out looking for a gold. You know what I mean? So I'll give her about 5 minutes, and if not, I'll sing a song in the meantime. Hang on, let me get onto YouTube. Oh yes, poor Michelle Stevens. Poor Michelle Stevens singing. Hey, hey, hey! Watch out, you! Haley says, poor Michelle Stevens singing. Oh yeah, but you know what I mean, but I know. Yes. uh, Catherine Williamson. Hi, hun. What's your interest with uh, Mm, thank you very much, Catherine. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. By the way, if anybody want any interviews or anything, we still got spaces left for April, but April is running out very quickly at the moment. So, yes, so we are running out very quickly. I think we only got about 5 days left now for April, haven't we? Was it 6? 5 days, yeah, 5 days. So contact me, everybody. We are just waiting for Susana Silva. I think she's putting a gold on and she'll be with us. You get the joke? Bang, bang, bang. You mean it's the king? Give it a black hole, yes, baby. You know what I mean? If Miss Silva is not on, I will definitely bring the king back, which is David Black. You know what I mean? Yes, David Black. Yes, oh yes. Did you send her a message again?
Yes, I sent her a message.
Has she replied?
No.
Okay.
Not even on.
Not even on?
No.
Oh well. I will send David Black a link.
Get your wig ready, Dave.
Get your wig ready, Dave. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all the way from Essex, I think that is where he is. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, the king of rock and roll. It's me! Yay! No, it's not. Uh-huh. The people let me be. You're your loving teddy bear. Baby, let me be. Your loving teddy bear. You can around my neck. We're just sending David Black a link. So what? So we are just sending David Black a link when it lets me. Oh, Lord my God. I'll tell you what, though. I don't know why they do it. They say they come on, but they don't. Okay, Mr. Black, you are linked up, mate. So, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Memphis, Tennessee. Hello, so. Hello. All the way from Memphis, Tennessee, is in his back garden in Essex. The one and only David Black, maybe. Oh, clap. Ladies and gentlemen, the king of rock and roll. Oh, yes, this is me. It's David Black. Dun, dun. Do you know what? I like that music, you know, when Elvis came on with, you know, that intro music. Dun, 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 dun. It was like Action Man Hero, wasn't it?
I think so.
Oh, yes. Okay, hello, Kathleen. Hello, Haley. What happened to Dean Holland? I think he went back to Dean Holland. Oh, yeah. He went back to Brussels. There you go. There you go. Let me go.
Wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Essex, without his wig. Oh, yes, baby. Elvis Presley is in the house.
Hello, Steve.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, yeah,
I'm
man.
like, do you remember years ago, Steve, when we used to watch football years ago, Liverpool used to have a super sub called David Fairclough. He always used to come off the bench and save the day. Do you remember that?
Oh, yes. You're like
yeah,
him.
I'm like your super sub. I've just come off the bench.
Oh, yes. And I'm doing two things here. I
Yeah.
am watching England winning 4-0.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm yes, England's winning 4-0.
Okay.
And I'm kind of like actually here talking to everybody else like a nutter.
All right.
So
Who scored for England, Steve? Wait a minute. I even forgot they was on. Is
um,
Declan Rice? Is Declan Rice playing?
I do not know. I don't know if Declan Rice is playing. I've only been like watching it in and out. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
uh,
I
you know,
must say, Steve, you've often been banging out the interview. I think they're fantastic. I mean, you've had some great people on.
yeah. I tell
Very
you what, I've got a goalkeeper on tomorrow.
really.
Yeah,
Uh,
Elvis.
Right.
But he's not going to be on until around about 9:30. He's a bit shaky,
Okay.
you know, a bit shaky.
Right.
Get
Right.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was that guy you had on the drummer from Marmalade, Alan. That was an amazing interview.
Oh, brilliant, wasn't it?
That was
Brilliant.
unbelievable. I mean, I was glued to that. It was just fascinating to listen, to the pair of you talking. I thought that was a brilliant, brilliant interview, and he was kind enough. He come on a few times, didn't he?
Oh, I'm always in touch with him, always. And
He's a
I tell you what, people, Dave, don't see what I do behind behind the scenes. There was a young girl who was singing the other day called she's on at the moment actually called Kelly Knight,
right,
and really good singer, and she was
right,
singing a song. Was it Lesson Dormer or whatever it is? Anyway, I was listening to her and I thought someone needs to see her. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Listen, see her and hear her. So I got in contact with Alan and I said, look, Alan, I've got a bit of a. And he said, Steve, I'm in a meeting at the moment with Glenn and all this lot. Some
right,
people from the Marmalade and all that lot.
right,
And other bands who we know, like Haha, and all that lot.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he said that I'm in a meeting at the moment. I'll ring you back in about 10 minutes. He rings me up and he goes, set me up with a chat with her then. I said, you're right, okay, we'll do it. So anyway, I'll tell you what, he woke me up and he said, if you ring this girl up now, we'll have a chat. And I'll tell you what, she'll tell you yourself. Kelly Knight, we got her on to do an audition and she was offered a spot
Right,
in a musical. Right?
really?
Yeah, she was offered a spot in a musical, but apparently something happened or something, children or something. But I don't know what the latest is. So if you're on, Kelly, let me know how you got on with Alan. But yeah, we do things like that. If we know, we do kind of like try to make people's dreams, come true.
Yeah, no, he was well, as I said, they're not to get someone like him on. It's not your sort of every average day interview, is it? You know what I mean? Like someone
Mm.
who's been there, seen it, and done it. It's funny. Do you know what's the funny thing, Steve? When I was listening to it, as I said, I was watching the interview with him, and I think you asked the question, and I was going to ask, because obviously when you're talking, it's a lot easier than typing things down and like you've got to see it. It was just ironic. I think you asked him the question, where was the most favourite place you've been on tour, or where have you been on tour? And I just, as I said, because we've discussed this before, I just said to him, like, I just felt like saying, wonder if he's ever been, it was like funny, have you ever been to Israel? That's what I was going to question him, and all of a sudden he's come out of it. That was the best place he ever went on tour. It was just ironic. I was going to ask him, and basically you asked him, it was just amazing. Brilliant interview. Brilliant.
Yeah. He's a good guy. He's coming. We've done we've done about 4 so far.
Right.
We're doing something with Steve Glenn.
Right. I don't know all these names, by the way.
Yeah, we're doing something with Steve Glenn. We're doing
Right.
something with somebody from Haha. I can't
Right.
remember his name, but I've got to be careful what we're saying on here. Who we're doing, but we've got
Yeah.
some fantastic interviews coming up.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, I've seen them. I mean,
Yeah.
even you had the lady, the dietitian. You know, it's all interesting stuff, Steve. It's all you've got. You know, such a variety of different people.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
as I said, I think, as you said yourself, I think you get more viewings on your radio, on the radio, than maybe online. It's a shame that people are missing out not watching it online because, as I said, you're getting such a great variety of, you know, ain't all the same. Do you know what I mean? There's different types of people, but it was great. You know, it's great to watch the interview with. He didn't really. I was hoping he'd go, maybe because he don't know, but I was hoping he would like go into a bit more of a detail. I know he went into more, you know, what he thought of Presley. Maybe it's because he didn't know Ronnie Tuck. All I can see is like obviously because I'm impersonating Presley, you know, and I have to watch. I'm watching his videos. I've just come to the observation that Presley had a great rapport when he was on stage with Ronnie Tuck, the drummer.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when it comes to the moves and everything, it was always that great connection. I just wondered if, but I just wondered if Alan ever, you know, that was the question I really wanted to ask him about.
Well,
You know, their rapport.
You'd be able to because he's on wouldn't he on again, Alan? He's on again very soon. So because
Okay,
we're doing we're doing like a follow on into. There's loads about him. He is funny, really
he's
funny
good.
guy. He's
He's
good.
very
So
good.
and every time I ring him up and he says, "Steve, I'm in the office at the moment speaking to a famous person, singer or something." He was in
Right,
the
right.
office the other day speaking to Elton John or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right,
And I'm
right.
thinking, well, get him on for me. Get him on for me. You know, and I think I keep on saying about that. They say, "Right, I'll see what I can do, Steve." You know what I mean? And things like that. So, sorry, 15th of April he's on. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So
So
he's
the thing is,
so
Steve, I think the thing is, Steve, what people like, they don't, you know, they don't realise whether, you know, because obviously, you said, I've noticed, because obviously with like your you know, you own a mission, your own mental health issues. I don't think people actually realise what, you know, how involved you was in the entertainment industry because you don't really, it's, you know, you're not that type of person to, you know, some people they get their 15 minutes of fame, you don't stop hearing about. You're not that type. Do you know what I mean,
no,
Steve?
no, no.
You're not
I'm
that
not.
type. That, you know, for anyone listening or watching, you know, Steve is quite, you know, in the background. You have got a lot of good contacts, more than many in the if you want to call it celebrity world, entertainment industry. Because I'm telling you now, yeah, these, you know, life's not what you know, it's who you know. It's always has been,
Yeah,
isn't it,
yeah,
Steve?
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and you
yeah.
know, to get someone like the drummer from a top band, you know, to come onto your show, that is because obviously you're respected in that world. And it's only because you don't, you know, you're not. It's like a walk off a duck's back with you. You know, you're not one to sort of go on about it. You know, that's the reason you get people on there because these sort of people ain't going to be interested in talking to anyone. Life don't
No,
work like
no,
that, you know.
no,
And as I said, it's a shame to
no.
see. Really, it'd be nice, you know. It'd be really people are missing out if they don't watch. You know, it's great for the people. As I said, if
Yeah.
you've got more viewings on your radio station and everything, fantastic. It's brilliant. You know, but people are missing
But
out if they
the
don't watch
viewing,
your live.
the viewing now on the on here, it's actually gone up.
I can
So
imagine.
yeah, it's gone up.
Yeah, but that
We
makes
used
sense.
to we used to have really low figures when we first started out,
Yeah, but you
but
would do, Stephen.
now I think we got around. I don't know. I think it's about. I don't know. It's but the trouble is, people will watch it later on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I noticed that when I go. I'm not being funny. When I've, you know, do you know what makes me laugh? I go live. Yeah, I go live. I do a live show. Yeah, so I do it right. Then people, then obviously it's on. Once I press the save button and it's on there, and then people will go back on it afterwards and watch me. But they're talking as if I'm doing it live. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? They're
yeah.
expecting me to reply, but I can't reply because it's a repeat. You
Well,
know?
this girl the other day called Kelly.
Yeah,
I went on there because I think Ailey introduced me to her, and I think it was, and I thought, right, I'm going to go on and listen to her, and I always got my ear, listening for
yeah, yeah, yeah,
people
yeah,
with
yeah.
talent. Then if I think they're good, I'll just go out there and tell people. And and I thought, and I knew that Alan was looking for people to go into his musical or whatever they're doing, and
Yeah.
and I know they were looking for a lady singer type thing. So I thought, and see, the trouble is, I know quite a few. I can give him a soprano. I can give him quite a lot.
Yes.
But I think this woman,
Yeah.
this person, fitted
What he
Alan.
was
You know
looking.
what I mean?
Yeah, 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 yeah. You know,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah. And I thought, well, so, and that was it. So that's what I did. So that's all I did. So whatever comes out of that, that's whatever comes out of it. If if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't.
Of course, of course. That's all you can do, Steve. Is what you've done it with me. You just put people forward that, in your opinion, you think um, I've got what it takes, and then if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. That's how it goes,
Mm,
isn't it? You know.
mm, mm,
As I said, that's I said, you know what you're, as a what you call yourself a talent scout or whatever in the background there, you know, what you're looking for, and with your other contacts, if you can make two and two make four, brilliant,
yeah,
fantastic.
yeah. England's
Vince,
5-0. England's 5-0 up now.
who they play?
San Marino.
I'm not surprised. San Marino, bloody hell, that should be 10-0.
Yeah, we had loads of chances. Are you watching it, Dave? I'm surprised you're not
No, no,
watching
I
it.
didn't even. Do you know something, Steve? I don't know what it is, Steve. I have lost interest. I mean, I love the national team. Don't get me wrong, but unless it's we're in the actual like finals, like European Championships or the World Cup. It's very hard for me to just watch the games. I don't know. I say I'm more interested in just like the Premier League, to be honest with you. Very hard for me to, with England. When they're in the World Cup or something, I watch it all the time. I've got my enthusiasm to watch it. It's just sometimes it's hard to get your enthusiasm up to watch them.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of people are like that. I mean, you should put it out there. I mean, put it this way, Steve. You're a big Manchester United fan, yeah? What would
Yeah.
you rather? What would you rather? Would you rather Manchester United win the Premier League and the Champions League, or England win the World Cup?
Well,
What would you?
I'll have England to win the World Cup.
You're a minority. Do
Yeah.
you know that? Because a lot of people would, a lot. I mean, as much as I'd like to see England win the World Cup, a lot of people would rather their club team win the Premier League.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, a lot, especially a team that.
What, like West Ham? Laugh out loud.
That's what I'm saying to you. I mean, that's a big one for me. But someone said to me, "What would I rather? England win the World Cup, or watch West Ham lift the Premier League?" I'd have to sleep on that one tonight, because that is, I don't know. I don't know. It's I said the closest. Obviously last time when we lost to Croatia, but I think going out in 1990 in the semi-final with when we were in Italy, when Gaza. You must remember that, Stephen. It's that was a gutner. That was a gutner. Going out there.
See, but you're a West Ham supporter, aren't you?
Yeah, of course, 100%. Born and bred.
Yeah, but when are they going to start winning things?
How long's a piece of string? They've always been the same. It's like my dreams, they fade and die. Fortune's always hiding.
I know. All they keep doing is like babies, just keep blowing bubbles, don't they? Hey, Dave, I'll tell you what, mate.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Watch this guy. I'm going to show you something now. This one, This guy
Go
is
on.
gonna. He's a really good Elvis person. This guy.
Yeah,
Is.
go on, show me.
Hang on. I'll show you.
Build experiences your clients will love and
Thank you very much.
You knew this is, don't you?
I don't know who is it. I can't see. Go on. Oh, it's Jim Carrey. Yeah, Jim Carrey's fantastic.
Watch.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. One thing I do not like is too much traffic. You know, tonight I had to come from and the freeway. It was so much traffic. It took me an hour and a half to get here. But talking about the terrible things, my wife, take my wife, please take her.
No, I don't know.
I love my wife, but she don't know how to cook. Her cooking is so
Jim
bad.
Carrey.
It's
Jim
terrible. Now I would like to do for you the imitations. I would like to start with the Jimmy Carter, the President of the United States. Hello, I am Jimmy Carter, the President of the United States. Thank you very much. And now I would like to do for you the Elvis Presley.
Let's storm this guy. I think he's from Lithuania.
Thank you very much.
Hi there.
How's
Did
that?
you know you can perfectly legally,
Very
through
good.
a government scheme?
What do you think about
Yeah.
that?
Now, I've seen Steve. I don't know if you know, there is he's copying is an actual guy who done that act for real. Did you know that? I can't remember the guy's name. But it's old. But yeah, I don't even know if he was around. I think even Elvis thought he was a good actor. He come on like that, playing that sort of character, and then out of a suitcase, he done the Elvis. And it was very, very good. But it's old. He must be from like colour TV, so I reckon he must have been like maybe the late 60s, 70s. But there was definitely someone. I can't remember the guy's name. Maybe one of your people on here will remember who it is. Let's not look it up myself. But there's a guy that done that for real. And that's what Jim Carrey was copying there. No, it's very good. Jim Carrey's funny.
He is, isn't he? He is really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
At the moment, I'm looking at this guy with a chewed face like a chewed toffee where you've paused it. Can't you get rid of that?
Where?
Well, I can see me. I don't know if we were both paused, didn't we?
Both balls.
Paused. Are we both paused?
Nope, I'm not paused. No.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I am. I don't know.
No,
Don't
I'm
matter.
not paused. Hang on.
No, it don't
hang on.
matter.
There you go. All on you.
No, really, I can't even see me. I can see me. I can just see. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can just see. All I can see is the just after that video. There's a guy in the advert, and you've paused it on that where you've tried to cut it off, and he's just looking at me like someone's put a nail through his foot.
Oh right. Okay. Okay.
Doesn't matter. It's no big deal. No big deal. As long as we can hear each other and talk, it's not a problem.
Oh, but you can see. Can't you see me now?
No.
Why is that?
No. I don't know. It was fine before. It was fine before we. You put Jim. It's Jim Carrey's fault. Don't know what's happened. Are you there?
Yeah. There you go. I'm back.
Yeah, I'm back, but no, it's still the same, Steve.
Is it?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. No big deal.
I'm still here. So don't worry.
Yeah, that's what I know you. I know. That's what I can hear your voice. That's no problem.
I haven't gone anywhere. I haven't gone anywhere.
That's all right. So what happened to your last guest? Did they forget or?
Well, I think she had less silver and more gold.
Okay, fair enough.
She was called. She's called Susana Silva.
Okay, what was she, a singer?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe she'll come back another day. What time do you normally end your interviews? What time is your last one?
About 5 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Well, have you got anyone else coming on?
No, not tonight. No,
Okay, so you got a good show lined up. We've had a good show lined up every day. So what have you got on
tomorrow?
What tomorrow? Yeah, what you got on for tomorrow?
Well, I've got hang on for a second. I've got Ailey Jones and the Carrots.
Right.
I've got Catherine Williamson and the Dialects.
Right.
I'm only joking, yeah. I'm only joking.
No.
I can tell you we got it tomorrow. We got it tomorrow then, Show. Show's just sending a message and she'll tell me in a moment.
Okay.
We don't put people on until like.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. No. Okay, that's no problem. No problem.
No, I can tell you now. Michelle's doing it now. Wayne Yeoman tomorrow, guys.
Right. What's he do?
And you? And we got Duncan. Well, Wayne Yeoman is like Wayne Yeoman, don't you?
Oh, of course I do. Of course I know Wayne. Yes, I think Wayne Gilman. Yeah, of course I know Wayne Newman. Yes. I think he lives. I think he's from Essex, not the part I'm in, but he lives like Woodford that way. I think.
That's it. Yeah. So he's on. And then I've got someone called Duncan Ellison.
Wayne's got a very good voice, you know.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, really good.
Wayne's got a very good voice. Very good voice. He's got a very good voice. As I said, unfortunately, Steve, unless you've got you know what you're doing as far as the technology goes, because obviously, you know, online's a different whole beast to actually doing it live, like you know, on stage or in a pub. You know, unless you know exactly what you're doing. Unfortunately, I don't. It does going online. Unless you've got the right equipment, it does take a lot of the quality of the sound away. You know, you do lose. I mean, you know, it's just one of those, things. You know, but as I said, you know, obviously, I'm more geared to doing it live to an audience in a venue rather than doing it online. You know, online, we've been forced to go online. I said it's good points. You know, as I said, had I not gone online, we would have never met. You know, I've met some beautiful people since this lockdown started. You know, can't knock it. But as I said, the equipment I've got is just basically it's good equipment, but it's to do live venues for live audiences, not over the internet. You know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But unfortunately, you know, everybody's at home at the moment, and they're kind of like, we can't do very much about it, can we?
No. We've just got to hope that, as I said, you know, he said June the 21st, Mr. Johnson. I know it's not written in stone, but we've got to hope the more people have this vaccination, the better, and we can get back to some sort of normality.
Yeah.
No, I can't wait. You know, I'm so confused. I just can't wait to, you know, the whole rigmarole of going to a venue and setting up everything, and you know, and coming out to the big Elvis fanfare and putting all the stuff on properly. You know, because really, you know, when you look at it, all I've done is, which is okay, it's benefited me, but you know, I've done a year's worth of basically rehearsing, practicing, and it'd be nice to put all that practice and you know what I've learned and go back again live again. You know, that's the enthusiastic bit, Steve.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I said, can't wait for that to happen.
Are you going fourth call?
Well, that's it. I'd like to, you know, I haven't really made any plan, but, you know, a lot of people have asked me to go. Yeah, it sounds very interesting. Yeah, why not? You know, sounds very interesting. That's in September, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it the latter part of September or the beginning?
Beginning, I think.
Oh, right. Yeah. I know I've got something up in there. I said, yeah. I said one thing, Steve. I said, once we get back to, you know, the thing is, we're not used, you know, because we're not used to socialising now. We've got to go the other way, and I think, all right, it's going to be great, and people can't wait. But I think a lot of people will still be apprehensive because they've forgotten what to do. They've forgotten what it's like to stand around with a beer in their hand and talk and have a laugh and listen to music. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
Do you see where I'm coming from, Steve? You know?
Oh yeah.
Because you know, we as human beings, we don't take us long to get institutionalized, and you know, we've been stuck inside for basically. All right, was let out a bit last year in the summer, yeah, but it wasn't the same. But you know, really for a year, we've been stuck indoors with no social. You know, people might think to themselves, "I'm used to this. Don't really want to go out." I don't think so. So, but you know, you said it's a new world, really. You just don't know what's going to happen once everything's back to normal, or as normal as it can be.
Yeah. Have you ever seen clips of what like the festival in Portugal?
Yeah. I know. Yeah, of course, because obviously I know a lot of other Elvises, and I've seen them. They do their little bits. Yeah. It's I mean, it's you know, I've been invited to do it. you know, as I said, I haven't got a problem with doing. I haven't got a problem with doing it. The only, as I said, it does look mad. It does look pretty. It's a, you know, it looks like a great experience because, as I said, there's thousands upon thousands. I mean, whether there will be thousands, you know, with all this social distancing, I don't know. But as I said, it does look. You know, I think they get 30 or 40,000 people there in one go. Don't know, or is it more than that, Steve? You know more than me.
Well, watch this.
Can't watch anything at the moment. It's stuck on the it's stuck on that bloke. Someone. Oh, hang on. Can't see nothing, Stevie.
Yes, you can.
I can't see nothing.
Why can't you see anything? I can.
I can hear it, but I can't see it.
I can hear it.
I can sing along with it.
All right. Can you see it?
No.
Oh. I can't understand that.
I guess I'll never know the reason why you love me as you do.
Hang on, I'll send you the video. Hang on.
No, I'm
yeah.
Steve. My end, unfortunately, is stuck.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
All right then.
It's stuck. Send me the link. Personal message it to me, and I'll have a look at it 100%.
Yeah. Okay,
always look at the stuff you send me. Do you know what I mean? Always look at it.
Yeah. Well, when you said it was thousands of people there, it's like loads of people.
Yeah, no, that sounds good. That's no, I can't wait. As I said to you, Steve, you know, the thing is, Steve, how long have you known me? Is it Steve? You've only known me since like you didn't know me prior to going online, though, did you? What I mean is, you've only. No. So what I'm saying is, when did you first come across me as such? Do you know how long ago?
Yeah, well, I was walking along the road, and there was a voice coming out of a dustbin going. So I brought you out and give you a pat on the back.
Can you remember, Steve? That's it. You know why I'm asking you that, Steve? As I said to you, I'm trying to take a positive out of a negative because I said.
I think it was about 3 months ago.
Yeah, like November, or like just before. It was definitely before Christmas because we done the New Year's Eve. Online thing, didn't we? So
it's 6 months, I think.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, though, Steve, is I said, like, obviously we've known each other 6 months, but you know, a lot of people that have watched me, as I said, this is right. We're still count last year, although I only done one show, live show, paid sort of show before the lockdown. But I started the end of 2018, the whole of 2019. It was non-stop singing lessons every week, the whole of the year. Plus, then I started doing the live shows towards the end. But even everyone who said to me, since I've been at home, obviously, you know, I've been on your show singing, we've done online all the time, how much I've improved in such a short space of time, Steve. So that's what that's the only reason I was asking you. Say, for argument's sake, just one of them things, you know, say like we knew each other, you know, a year ago or something. It could be a case of, you know, you could say, yeah, you're a lot better than it was 8 months ago, 10 months ago. Because that's what it's all about, trying to improve. So, as I said, somewhere like Port Cruel, yeah? Say like this type, Port Cruel, isn't it? Was it called Port Cruel?
Port Cruel.
Yeah, whatever. You can say, yeah, Port Cruel, yeah? Whatever, yeah? Big Elvis, let's call it the Elvis Festival in Wales.
Okay.
Right? I'm being serious. I'm just saying, Steve, like, although I've always been game,
I've always been game. You know, I would have probably, you know, I would have done it, say like, you know, last year, you know. But however, I would say I'd be more. You know me, I'm not cocky with it. It's all about confidence. I'd feel more confident this year doing it than say last year or the year before, because obviously going, you know yourself, going on stage with an act, you have to be, the more confident and comfortable you are with the act, obviously the better it becomes, you know. And yeah, to go in front of that, I mean, it's never frightened me going in front of, whether it be one person or 1,000 people, you know, that's not the problem. But as I said, to go there, and they are all fanatical Elvis fans, you know. Obviously, have you been there, Steve?
No, I'm going to Zero.
Okay, well, we'll come and so we'll meet up. Well, I'll see you before then anyway. But it'll just be a case of, you know, the good thing is, Steve, obviously, because of like we've all been, you know, we've going online. You've pushed my name. You know, just said maybe if when I go somewhere like that, there'll be people that have heard. Obviously, they don't know me personally, but the name David Black, is been more exposed and more known in the Elvis world than it was a year ago. You know,
Well,
I'm just assuming that.
You will be. You're doing all these lives, aren't you?
Yeah. So as I said, if people, obviously, you know yourself, have got lots of people. A lot of them are in the United States and around the world, but there's obviously a lot of people over here that tune in and watch. That'd be great to go. I'll be more, as I said, I'll be, you know, more confident going there this year. So as I said, things work out for a reason, Steve. You know, even my brother said to me, he said, you know, you might look back in a few years' time and all this virus and it's all forgotten about, and think that was the best thing that ever happened for your career, because, you know, it's allowed you to get, as I said, more exposure online, because I wouldn't have probably done as much online as I know I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have done as much online. Met new people, which leads to different things. You know, I met the likes of you, which is fantastic. You know, as other people, and yeah, you know, it's things are done maybe for a reason, Steve. You don't know, do you?
Well, I don't mind. It's my job to pick up strays.
Oh yeah, you used to. I remember you did say you used to work for the Battersea Dog Home, didn't you?
Well, the trouble is, you see, what you've got to realise is that people don't realise. You're saying about you. A lot of people don't realise what I do. You know, because
no, that's what I said to you. I said to you, Steve. I said to you earlier. I said to you, they don't realise what you do, because one, you're not one. You know, you know, you're not one to go on about it. You know what I mean? Make oh, this is what I've done. You know, you've never been there, so they're not going to, are they, Steve?
Yeah.
You know,
not many people do. I'll tell you what I do. Right, I'm not thinking, right? Right. Today, I'll tell you the latest thing about me today, right?
Well, you ain't been going around them supermarkets again on that bicycle, have you? Not.
Oh, not again, not that.
That's the greatest. That's the greatest. We'll have to do that one day, Steve. I'll probably.
Oh, you won't make me about doing that. But no, today, no.
Go on, Steve. Go on, mate.
Only today, I have been made ambassador for a charity.
I see that. Congratulations, in Ghana, wasn't it?
Yeah, in Ghana, yeah, for proper charity.
Fantastic.
You know,
Congratulations.
and he's on here at the moment listening to me, so I've got to behave myself. Hello, James, how are you? So I've been doing that. I'm an ambassador now for PHC, which is for like a company in, well, it's a big health thing for like obesity medical stuff in you know, in the UK.
Yeah,
so
fantastic.
For that, and also
you're a big advocate. Well, you know, your mental health as well, isn't it, Steve?
Oh yeah. So I do all that about mental health, but also now I'm kind of like on the council ombudsman. I'm a council ombudsman now.
No, I see that. I forgot to congratulate. I thought it was fantastic.
So
that's fantastic.
Oh yeah, and I'm a chairman of a local stroke club. How about that? So, you know, I'm doing quite a bit, and
that's good. That's good. And also, Steve, good thing is, Steve, that's good for you. Obviously, you know, although you're helping out, which is fantastic. I know you want to help out other people, but it also helps your mind out as well, which is important. Do you know what I mean? It helps you out.
Oh yeah,
You can't be. I know myself. As I said, when it comes to mental health, I tried to beat it, but I had to take the medication. But you can't beat a natural lift. You cannot beat a natural lift.
Yeah, I know.
And and that's it. And as I said, if these things, which are fantastic, and it's good for your morale, your self-esteem, all these things that you're doing, which is brilliant. And I know you're doing it generally anyway. You do it regardless. But as I said, it's good for your own well-being, which is important. Because especially when you've been in that dark hole. We've spoke about it before. There's no way you want to go back down that hole again. No one does.
No.
I said you want to. No, I said we want to stay well clear from that dark hole. And
you know what? We did a piece the other day for another radio station because
right,
I was interviewed from a radio station, and I didn't realise with 41 people is gone to oh gosh, hang on for a second. Let me think about it. Oh yeah, right. 41 people is gone to rehab, right?
really,
For drugs or alcohol,
right,
right?
yeah,
56 people have been referred to the mental health services.
really.
Yeah, honestly, and this is what
It wouldn't shock me, Steve. It wouldn't shock me.
behind the scenes. This is what we do. We help when we're talking about mental health. A lot of people will contact us, and that's why we've got counsellors, everybody on board. See?
Oh yeah, I remember seeing you. You done a great speech, like a great. I was watching it the other day. You weren't into. I think it was in between interviewing people when you were basically like I've done before, because obviously pair of us, we're not doctors, we're not psychiatrists, we're not you can only talk about your own experience with mental health, and then you just got to hope that people listen to it and think to themselves, blimey, that rings a bell with me. I thought it was just me that was mad, which is that's all we can do. And I remember listening to you the other day, and you were saying that you're not on your own. You've got a team of support counsellors and whatever. If someone obviously who's suffering gets in touch with you, maybe you might not be able to help them yourself for whatever reason, but you did say that you've got the team behind you that will step in, that you could, the person could be pointing towards, which is brilliant. It's amazing. As I said, it's a funny thing, mental health, because once you, as I said, I said this before, once you sort of recover from it, you have this, and you understand it. You have this desiring, burning inside you to want to help other people that have suffered with it. I've always wanted to help people if I can, but this, it seems like burning, more of a burning desire than anything else. Perhaps it's said because you've got, unfortunately, you won't wish it on anyone. You've got to go through it to understand it. And that's the sad part of it, Steve.
Yeah.
You've had to go through the mill to understand it in order to help other people.
See, and this is why when people like speakers get up and talk about mental health or obesity, really, I think they shouldn't do it, really, because if they haven't been through it themselves, why should they stand up and talk about it?
That's right, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
How can anyone, as I said to you, how can anyone advise someone, or you're just saying about, weight problems there or whatever, unless you've actually suffered with it, how can you advise anyone? Because you don't, it's like anything, Steve. Someone who's got, wherever it is, I don't know, we'll say weight, any issues that's going to affect someone mentally, unless you've suffered it with yourself. How do I know what you feel, Steve? I don't know how you feel. Like you don't know how I feel. I can't advise you on how you feel. Only you know how you feel, and that's with anyone. Do you agree?
Yeah, I went to. It's like a doctor. I said to a doctor before. I said, it's like what makes me laugh is when people go through mental health problems and you go to a psychiatrist and they go, and they sit down with you and go, right, okay, tell me your story. And
Yeah.
they go, nah, I don't think you've got a problem. I don't think you've got a mental health problem. I think you're just kind of depressed, and and I said, hang on for a second, don't that come under the umbrella of mental health, depression?
Yeah.
And they said, oh, no, 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 it does not. And I said, well, I think you need to kind of think about it again because it does.
Of course
And
it does.
but yeah, depression, everything else I got, see. But
Of course it does.
But see, these doctors, they only can kind of like diagnose the actual problem. They don't know what you're going through.
No. As I said to you, unless you've had it yourself, I was, how I see it, Steve. It's a case of, it's different ingredients for different people, but it's the same product at the end of the day. It's the same food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as I said to you, unless you've suffered with it and had that experience, very hard to explain to someone who hasn't.
Yeah, I know it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
It is really hard, but
are we still talking to the world, me and you? Are we?
Yeah, we're still live. Yeah, yeah.
Oh right, okay. So I don't know. I've got this.
It's only because I've got around about quite a few people on at the moment.
Have you? That's all right, mate. That's all right. How many people we got on, Steve?
I've got 33 people on Facebook at the moment.
Okay, fantastic.
And about 3,000 on my radio. So
that's brilliant. I see. Has anyone else had any questions they want to? See, the thing is, what is there anyone out there? Yeah, because I'm not ashamed. You're not alone. I done a live. It was off impulse today on my own Facebook thing. And what I will say to someone, if there's anyone out there that wants to ask me a question regarding mental health, Elvis, I can, does anyone want to ask any questions? As I said, I'll answer the best as I can, because as I said, especially when it comes to mental health, I'm not ashamed. I'm not embarrassed. And if I can help, or me and you, Steve, say, Steve, the time we finish tonight, if we can help one person, we've done our bit tonight. You know what I mean? One person feels a bit better. That's how I see it. So I don't know if you've got, as I can't see nothing. I told you, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
As long as I can hear you.
Yeah, I've got.
If anyone wants to ask,
James has said very important discussion. Thanks, James.
Good.
Thanks. Yeah.
That's very kind of James. Yeah.
Yeah. So the trouble is, as I said about doctors, they can only kind of like look at you and think, oh yeah, okay. But what gets my go is, when I've gone to mental health service, I've always kind of like, they always said to me, there's not a problem. But when you've got like a rope around your neck and you want to kill yourself,
yeah,
then you have got a problem mentally.
Yeah, of course you have got a problem. It's not for. I've got to say to you, Steve. I've got to say, I can get my experience that I've dealt with, and when I phoned up, obviously because of the COVID, I knew I was in trouble. As I said, when I had my problem, again, it's a manly thing, yeah. Get out of my head, go away, get out of my head. But it wouldn't, yeah. And I kept trying to fight it, and as I said, in the end, I admitted I had a problem at work, wasn't ashamed, and they said, "Oh, you've got to." They have this firm that they use, like an outside contract firm that. They're open 20. It's like a helpline, Steve, if you're suffering with emotional problems or stress and things like that. So anyway, I phoned them up, and I went through my whole big what was on my mind, what's causing me a problem. Oh, they said, "Oh yeah, you're very overwhelmed, Dave. You're very overwhelmed." Yeah, okay. What we'll do is, if you've got a problem, call back tomorrow, or So I called them back because I thought, hasn't really done nothing, but I'll keep going. And you spoke to another person. Well, that is not really the idea, because as I said, the idea is you have a rapport with one person, because if you're speaking to different people, you're going through the same story again before you get to the present. You know what I mean? And so I realised that this weren't working. I was in such a state. I remember I thought the little bit of strength I had in me, the logical side I had in me, because basically what it is your emotions have taken over your brain, and the emotions, once they take over, they can, well, you know, they just tell you all sorts of stories, you know. And I remember phoning up my doctor. I've got to give it to him. And maybe I broke down in front of the doctor, and he said, David, he said, I can hear you got a problem there. He said, you know, your pills will be in boots within 5 minutes. You know, you need to be on medication. He didn't mess about. He said, you've done the right thing. Thank you for calling me. He said, I'll put you on this medication. And we said, and I needed the medication, Steve. You know, I did need the medication. Unfortunately, as I said, I can't tell people what to take. Would never tell people because every situation is different. You know, but yeah, my situation, I needed the pills because, as you know, the brain is full of electrons, neurons, all going round. You know, and once they get messed up and they're not on a sort of level playing field, you've got a problem. And obviously, all the pills do, they just straighten things out a bit. You know,
I remember. I did a runner away. I did a runner from the psychiatric hospital when I was in hospital. I did a runner.
Right, you done a runner from it. Why?
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to get out. I just wanted to.
Is it so? Was it because at the
You
time
can
you
ask
thought
me
it
what
was?
you want. You can ask me what you want.
Yeah. No, the reason. No, I'm just saying. I'm just thinking. You know, like it sounds funny, but it's not fun. Was it the reason that you know, you couldn't? It's like anything. It's good that you can laugh about it now, but the way you were feeling at the time to do a running, was it because you thought they weren't helping you, Steve, or didn't understand the problem you had?
The trouble is, Dave, what happens is when you get admitted into a psychiatric hospital, you see one person, you see a psychiatrist, then you see a doctor, then you see a nurse, and you're thinking, we're going on round circles here, they're not helping me. And when you're on Section 21 of the Mental Health Act, you're thinking, you can't get out anyway, all right? Because the police and everything, and by law you're not allowed to anyway, and it's all. So, and what happened was with me, I had kind of like, I remember kind of like doing a run out, and all of a sudden the police was on my back. I had, you know, it was like a crime scene.
Really?
You know what I mean? It was, honestly.
Steve, you know when you was in there, did you have any of, you know, like I said to you, obviously, you know, would I be right? I can only give you my in layman's terms. You know, I just try to break it down so people out there can, you know, I don't want to over make it so complicated. I just want to make it in layman's. How I explain it is, Steve, you know, it's my terminology. You got your emotional side and you got your logical side. Yeah, as I said, once the emotional side takes over, that's when you're in trouble, because I told you emotions. So I'm going to ask you this question: when you was in a psychiatric unit, how much of the logical side was left, Steve, of you? How much was the logical side? Like, do you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah. So what?
Does that make sense? Does that make sense? That question I've asked you.
Yeah. So what they do is when you get assessed, they put you. There's two groups. There's one what you call like, you know, if you're schizophrenic, or if you're on what you call past the borderline for mental health, you're in a worse state.
Right.
So then what they do is they take you to another department.
Right.
Or if you're depressed, you feel a bit suicidal, and you're not going to be, they know that now you're in a safe place. They know that you're not going to go, take it any further, say, be dangerous to yourself.
Okay.
You go into what you call acute unit.
Right.
So what they've done was they put me into acute unit. Now, these people around me, right, were, they were okay, but like myself, it was like, it was like, what do you say, 100% mentally ill, or 80? It was 80, wasn't it?
Right.
50-50, wasn't it? Yeah, 50-50.
Steve, this is what I'm asking. This probably makes sense why I've asked you about when you was in there, the logical side, because did it ever bother you, because this is, I'm only thinking what would bother me. God forbid I was ever in that, in that terrible situation of having to be in sections and being in a psychiatric unit. I can think logically now, but was you ever bothered, or did you ever give it, was it worrying you at the back of your mind? When you hear stories where they can start injecting you with things and all of a sudden just make you like a soap on the rope, like make you just go, did that ever, just sort of like, did that ever bother, like make you docile, like you're just like, well,
Well, what
like
you see, like Dave, what you
Yeah.
see and what you hear,
Yeah.
you don't believe a word about it.
Right.
Right? They're not.
Right.
It's not like it. Right.
Right.
Right. Let me say something to you. So the procedure is for medication. What you do is that you queue up at, like, say, like in the morning you have your before breakfast you queue up and they give you
Yeah.
tablets, or
Right.
if you go into breakfast they come along and give you the tablets and everything else like that.
Right.
Now, so they do not give you any injections. Only time when they can give you an injection.
Yeah.
One, if you're under the Mental Health Act and you cause any harm to yourself or to a member of
Right.
staff, you
Right.
will get what you call like a karma. That it's a drug that will calm you down, and they will inject you.
Right.
Right, but that is for their safety and the
Your own
patient's
safety.
safety. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, but do you see? So what you're saying is I've been watching too many Hollywood films, because you always see that on the films where someone ends up going to psychiatric when they start sort of injects them stuff and they lose all their personality, and they end up becoming sort of like, well, dopey. Do you know what I mean? Like a melon. So that
Right.
doesn't
Okay.
happen then. Just
No.
as I said, just
No. Don't.
that's
I don't. I don't think you. I don't think it. I don't think that is the case. See, the trouble is, you see, there's a big stigma out there at the moment with mental health, where
well, of course
you
there
know,
is.
soon you're like being dopey or you feel dopey and everything. I was like that. You lose the plot. Yes,
Yeah.
You do lose the plot. But the
Mm.
trouble is, so what you've got to remember is that the person who's lost the plot, or who's got mental health problems, are
Yeah.
still a person.
Yeah. Of course.
All
Of
right,
course. 100%.
and they are ill, and that's it.
Yeah.
And it will take time for people to. Some people will take years to get better than other people do. You know what I mean?
Yes, 100%. Of course it does.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
still
So,
say, as I said, it does. It's because I said the thing is with, and you probably know this yourself, Steve. I mean, when you're, say for argument's sake, you was, I don't know, like, all right, let's forget the hospital at the moment. Say you was at home doing nothing, just sitting, because you don't, yourself, you don't feel like doing anything. Say you were sitting in your armchair, or walk, pacing up and down, going out in the garden. You haven't left your house. But say you are just full of this anxiety, and as I said, your whole stomach's going all the time, your head's spinning like a carousel. That often takes a lot. That's like running a marathon, because you feel pure exhausted afterwards.
yeah.
You do. I mean, you must have had that same thought, Steve, where like, wow, you, you don't feel like sleeping, but you're forced to sleep because you ain't got it's knocked you out. There's only so much adrenaline and energy you've got, and you're putting all this energy, and your body's using up all this energy and adrenaline because you feel so anxious. So it has to recover somewhere. But I remember that as well. It's feeling drained, like you've been in a boxing match,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, see, the trouble is, after a month, no, was it? I'm talking about the first time I went in.
Right.
The after a month, what they do is they use what you call therapy. Then what you do
Right.
is you can go work. You can do different work like art. They can let you go upstairs into different groups and classes and stuff. You
Okay.
can do art, woodwork. But the trouble is, with woodwork, you've got to be really, really supervised, and you've got to
Of
be
course,
at it.
because of course the thing is you're using hammers and chisels, aren't
That's it. Yeah, yeah.
you? Yeah,
So
of course, I can understand that. I can
So,
understand.
but anything else, I remember I remember I loved going in the garden all the time, just passing the time away. I was looking for 2 o'clock to come because then my visitors would come for my cigarettes.
Yeah, yeah,
So they
yeah,
give
yeah,
me
yeah,
my
yeah.
cigarettes,
Are you, Steve? Are you still smoking now?
No, I don't smoke no more now.
All right. You miss it?
I Well, no, I don't miss it. I'm glad I got.
That's good. That's
You know,
good. I love a fag.
what I, what I used what I used to do. My friend of mine used to go over to Calais a lot and
Yeah.
get cigarettes
Oh
for
yeah,
me,
yeah. Course.
and
Yeah,
he
because
used to
it's
bring all these packets back. And
okay. Well, did you smoke? Did you smoke roll up, Steve,
no,
or
never smoked.
fags?
No, I sometimes just smoke roll-ups, but not a lot.
All right.
But
I don't like
I
roll ups.
remember, I remember one particular time when I was in, he bought me these cigarettes up, a packet of cigarettes in a bag, and
Yeah, yeah.
the psychiatric nurse said, "Steve, there's a lot of cigarettes here. You need to put these away because they're going missing." I said, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'll knock them in my cupboard." But it
Right.
wasn't what it was. What it was, it was for the residents because I was selling them.
Oh,
I was selling them so because they wanted to go out in the garden, so you get fresh
uh,
air and everything. And
okay.
only way of going in the garden is for a fag, see?
Okay.
And you could hear people in the garden going, they're smoking
That's
out with
him.
a fag, and all of a sudden they're going because
Yeah.
it's the first time they smoked. You know what I mean?
So you was the dealer. You was
Well,
this.
wasn't it?
You was the as the you had your mobile tobacconist. That's what I meant.
Oh yeah, I've had all sorts of that. Don't worry.
Oh, that's
Sweets, Mars,
fantastic.
bars, everything.
I can well in there.
Yeah, I can
What you
tell you
saying?
loads.
You had your own private little sort of news agent going on.
Well, yeah, sort of. Yeah, yeah,
I like it. I like it, Steve. That's good.
yeah, yeah. I remember when you had one of the nurses came up to me one day and she said,
Yeah.
"Have you got a packet of fags on you? I'll give them to you next week when I get paid." I said,
Right.
"Yeah." I said, "Yeah. What do you want?" And she said, "Oh, have you got any Benson and Edges? Do you remember the Benson Edges?"
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
She said, Steve, can you get me around about 20 or something?
Right.
20 packs, you know?"
Right. Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, that's going to cost you, I can't remember now, 15 quid or something like that."
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so, so I'll give her all these packs, and she goes, she gives me a £20 note, and I go, "Oh, I ain't got no change, I ain't got no change." And she said, "I'll keep the change," you know what? And I
Right.
used to, I used to make, I'll tell you what, I used to make some money in there.
Good.
I
Well,
used to.
at least it was this. This is a positive out of a negative. You know, that's the
Yeah,
most important thing. But as I said, you know, it's good that you're in. Well, both as said, it's you know, you're in a much better place than you was, Steve, as well now, aren't you? Like mentally,
Oh yeah, yeah.
you know.
Michelle would tell you. Michelle would tell you.
Yeah.
The last time I went into the psychiatric unit with when I fed up with show,
Yeah.
and what happened was I went on holiday with Lynn and my dad.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
did I tell you about that story about Lynn and my dad?
No, go on, tell
When
me.
I
Go on, tell me.
well, what happened was I was with Michelle,
Yeah.
and Lynn and my dad was going to Wales to Tenby,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So I was with Michelle now, seeing Michelle, see, and
Right.
Michelle turned around, and Michelle told the police where I was.
Really?
Yes, she told the police, right? Because
Right.
one, I had a telephone and
Yeah.
mobile, and also that we supposed to be in a relationship, and I did a runner from the hospital.
Really?
One day release.
Oh yeah, I was on a 1 day on release. So what they were
Okay.
saying is, so like, it's 1 day I was allowed to go home for 1 day, and
Okay.
and I and I went home,
Yeah.
and they said, "Oh, we're going away. We're going to Tenby." I said, "All right then." So next minute, a police car turned up in Tenby in the caravan park.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah, honestly.
Amazing.
And they said to me, "Are you all right? Are you all right? You know you're under the mental health act. We've got to take you all the way back to Wales." And I
Oh, my
remember my
God.
dad and everybody else trying to persuade them for me to stay.
Wow. How long ago was
Yeah.
that?
Oh God, how long ago was that, Sean? Yes, about 8 years, 7 years,
Oh,
no, 5 years
oh,
ago.
that's all
Yeah.
right. It's all in the past, Steve. It's all in the
Oh
past.
yeah,
Good.
it's all past.
Just got to
Yeah.
look. Just got to look to a good future now.
Yep, you got
You
it.
know,
Yeah.
that's
Dave,
it. That's all
I'm
you can
gonna
do.
let you go because I'm running
No
out of
worries,
time.
Steve. No
Thank you for
worries,
coming
Steve.
on.
Of course, mate. We had a great. I told we always have a great chat. You know, as I said, we'll do it again. I'm on doing it. You know, obviously, I was super sub tonight when I so. I think I think I'm on March the 31st, I believe.
Yeah, I think you are. Yeah.
Yeah, and then April the 2nd. Great. Looking forward to it
He's
as
on.
always,
He's
Steve.
on March the 31st and the 2nd, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twice in a couple of days, which is great.
Yeah.
It's always good
All right.
coming on your show, Steve. You know, that's brilliant. It's good. It's very, it's great. Very, very good.
Thanks very much, Dave.
Keep up the good work, Steve.
Yeah. Good night.
Keep up the
God
good
bless.
work. Take care, my friend. Bye. Bye.
See you later, baby. Good night.
Take care, baby. Bye, baby. No,
There's
I
a
can't
hot
get out of this.
burning love.
Now, this one, I'm stuck on this now, Steve. You got me all night. You won't let me leave.
I'm stuck on.
Stuck on.
There you go. Woo! Right. Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all your messages for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it the way I did. We had a bit of a chat. But anyway, thank you all. Good night. God bless. See you tomorrow.